Today on Geek vs. Geek, we've got our dirty little hands on a brand new iPhone 6 Plus. But us being us, we pretty much already hate it. Since the dawn of blogging, they couldn't see eye to eye on anything.
God, really?
Rival tech writers, Dave Johnson.
What is that useful for? Almost nothing.
And Rick Broida.
That has got to be the stupidest.
Face off in an epic battle of cunning.
That's smart.
Rhetoric.
Oh, no, I don't know where you're going with that.
And verbal brinksmanship.
You've lost out, sir.
This is Geek vs. Geek. So we've got the iPhone 6 Plus, and I don't even see that much drool on it. And we're here to answer the question, is it worth it? What do you think, Rick?
So I have been waiting for what seems like forever for Apple to come out with a couple of new, bigger iPhones, and prayers have been answered. The iPhone 6 Plus is the 5.5-inch model. It's the bigger of the two. The iPhone 6 has a 4.7-inch screen. So really it comes down to a question of how much bigger do you want to go?
Yeah, that's seriously bigger.
Right, and having used this now for a couple of weeks, I've really come to the conclusion that it's too big. At this size, when you're wearing a pair of jeans, especially if they're a little bit tighter, and you sit down, it kind of feels like the phone is either going to bend or break, or I'm going to pop a seam, or something bad is going to happen. Whereas the iPhone 6 is more comfortable in that respect.
Yeah, that's the biggest complaint that I've heard about this phone is that it's not pocket friendly. What do you think?
Well, you know, from my perspective, I just have to say that when I first got my hands on this thing, I was like, almighty oak, it's really big.
What does that
It's
mean?
an expression, all right? Here is an iPhone 5S. The entire phone fits inside the screen of the new 6 Plus. If I have any complaint with the size, it's that when I'm holding it in my left hand, my thumb cannot actually reach the send button on text messaging. So that's kind of a problem. But once I started using it, I realized it is really a great size. I could never go back because it's big enough that you can do stuff in landscape mode and everything turns appropriately. I can read on it. I don't even have to carry a Kindle around with me anymore because this is big enough to read books on.
Yeah, but I've been reading books on my iPhone since the iPhone
Yeah, but the text is too small and it was so cramped
bigger.
that it didn't feel like a real reading experience. And it's big enough to watch videos on. You know, it's instead of like a little postage stamp size screen, this is a really big screen.
You can watch Geek versus Geek.
I could never see myself going back to a smaller phone at this point. The 6 Plus has some stuff that the 6 doesn't have, like optical image stabilization. So it'll stabilize pictures that you're taking much better than the digital image stabilization.
I think this phone's a little bit too big to do everyday texting and email sending, because for me, with my hands this small, I have to use two hands, always. So.
Well, you could just use it in your right hand. I have to have it in my left hand because I'm driving with my right hand.
Yes.
Kids, don't do that.
Yes, please somebody pull him over and give him a ticket already before he kills us all.
All right, so Dave, do you think it's worth it?
I definitely think it's worth it.
And Rick?
Not for me.
Yeah, I'm a little on the fence. It depends on what you want to do. What do you guys think? Is the iPhone 6 Plus really worth it? We want to hear from you, so let us know on Facebook, Twitter, or email, and we will see you next time on Geek vs. Geek.